What's up guys, it's B, and today's video is going to be my Today's video is going to be about the products that I use every single day, because there are some products that I kind of switch out and I don't use every day, but there are some products that I use like every single day, and I thought I would share that with you guys just in case if you're a beginner. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Take two. Just in case you're a beginner at makeup and you're like, where do I even start? What do I even get? What do I shop for? That's something that I've heard a lot lately, and I totally understand. Being a beginner at makeup can be very intimidating because there's all kinds of products and you're like, what do I even get? So I just wanted to share with you what I use every single day so that you know what are my basic items. These are like my go-to items every day. How many times am I going to say every day? But also like what are my bare minimum if I was just, you know, throwing on a face of makeup. What are my bare minimum products? So I'm going to go through that with you right now. The first thing is my moisturizer for my face, and this changes out. I just go through moisturizers so fast. This isn't like my favorite one. It just happens to be the one that I'm using currently, which is the Olay Complete. And it's working pretty well, and it's got SPF 15 in it, and it's oil free, and it's been working good. And I just moisturize my face every day, every morning and every night, because there's no point in trying to put on foundation or anything like that if you got a dry face. You know what I mean? I moisturize at the very beginning. I do that every day. The second thing that I use if I'm using a foundation, which is pretty much every day, sometimes I will skip the foundation and do powder. Anytime I use a foundation, I use a primer, and currently I'm using my Victoria's Secret Pro Airbrush Effects Primer, and this is just what I'm currently using. This is something I switch out brands, I switch out things like that. The primer is what I use every day, and this one works great. You can find this at Victoria's Secrets. It's good, and it's got SPF 20 in it, just in case you were wondering. The next thing is foundation, and once again, it's not always the same brand and it's not always the same exact foundation. I switch it up, I find out what works for me, and I go through seasons. Like I use some things during the winter and some things during the summer because of the weather, so all of that changes. Currently, I am in love with my Revlon Color Stay. I mentioned this in my favorites, and it's incredible, and I'm gonna do a separate review just on this just because I love it so much. And there's so many pros to this, and I'm also going to mention how I apply it, because I've heard many people on YouTube say it's hard to blend, which I will agree with, but there is a trick that you can do to help it blend great, and then it is an incredible foundation. After I use my foundation, I top it off with a powder. Once again, it's just whatever I am using at the time, and right now I have my Maybelline Mineral Power Powder until I finish that up, and it works great, and I just set my foundation with a fluffy brush. Whew, I just sneezed. That sneeze finally came. Next is blush, and it's not this specific color, which is my e.l.f. Peachy Keen. I just grabbed whatever blush. This is something, the color I switch out every day, but I do use blush every single day. I don't contour every day. I don't use bronzer every day. I don't highlight every day. I don't have time for that, obviously, but I do add blush every day because blush adds a flush of color on your cheeks, and it makes a world of a difference. It brightens your complexion, and it makes such a huge difference. It packs a big punch, if you will, more so than if you're contouring or highlighting and things like that. So I do use blush. So not necessarily this specific blush. I switch out the colors, but I do use blush every day. Moving on to eyes. I use some type of eyeliner every day. It can either be a liquid liner, which this is the one that I'm currently using, Maybelline Line Stiletto. It also could be a gel liner. Sometimes it's even pencil. It's just I do use eyeliner because eyeliner makes a huge difference. It thickens your lash line and just opens up your eyes, makes it look bigger and brighter. So that's something that I try not to skip, is my eyeliner. And next is these two items, and I curl my lashes and I apply mascara. Once again, my mascara changes out, but I'm currently using my CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume, and I love this mascara. It is the best. But I do curl my lashes, which I know some of you are like, well, if you're saving time, why would you know, wouldn't you just skip that skip that skipped. But no, actually I am so used to curling my lashes that it takes me literally less than 7 seconds to curl both lashes. And yes, I have counted before. For 7 seconds, like, what are you gonna lose? And it makes such a big difference. It makes your lashes, it opens up your eyes because it lifts up your lashes and just makes it curl upwards, and it makes a huge difference. And I do have a trick on how to curl your lashes where it lasts all day long, and I should do a video on how to curl your lashes, make your lashes look fuller and thicker. If you want to see that and see my lash curler trick, just comment below and I will make a video like that in the future. And then of course I apply mascara. Mascara, once again, is one of those things that makes a huge difference. I don't go without. I will skip eyeshadow. I don't use eyeshadow every day, and I don't use the same eyeshadow every day for sure. So, but one thing that I do use is my mascara, and I apply a couple of coats of mascara, and I love it. Next is my eyebrows. I use this eyebrow kit, and this is something that I use every single day, and I use the same one. I don't switch out. I used to use a pencil, but now I've been using my e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and this is in medium. I talk about this in my favorites video a couple months ago. It's gross because I use this every day. Woo! I'm dropping stuff. But I absolutely love this kit. I love the gel consistency. It is perfect because it is super smooth, so I can like do my brows like super fast. Like I can just kind of, even if sometimes I miss my eyebrow and I go here, it's not super pigmented where you could literally just wipe it off and you wouldn't be like getting mascara or eyeliner all over. You know what I mean? It's totally different. So it's a fast method and it makes a huge difference. Your eyebrows really shape your face and can really complete your face. Eyebrows is something you don't want to skip. So if you want me to do a video on how to do your eyebrows, just let me know by commenting below as well. I don't know what you guys want to see sometimes. So anyway, so I love this kit, and I'm in medium, and this kit is only like $3, and I still have a ton of product left, so highly recommend it. And the very last item is my chapstick, and of course I switch out chapsticks all the time. This just happens to be my Nivea Kiss of Milk and Honey, and I love this. It's great. It works great. It's like that. I don't use lipstick every day, and I don't use lip gloss every day, but I do use my chapstick every day because you got to moisturize, peoples. Anyway, so plus I have dry lips, so I need it. You may not need it. I need it. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful for you. So if you're gathering items and you're trying to figure out what you should buy and what are some of the most important items, those are mine. So of course everybody's different. So maybe there's some things that you would skip, or maybe there's some things that you would add. But those were mine, and I hope that this was helpful, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks.